Capricorn, listen carefully. September 27th is not an ordinary date. This is not just another day marked on the calendar. It is a turning point, a cosmic checkpoint where your destiny collides with fate itself. On this day, the universe unlocks 3 shocking signs, and each one carries the power to push you into chaos or open a doorway to a miracle you never imagined. You see, this isn't just astrology. This is a warning, a hidden code written in the stars, and only those who pay attention will recognize the signals before it's too late. Because on September 27th, Capricorn, you will face a choice. The choice to stay blind, repeating old cycles that drain your energy, or to awaken, step into clarity, and embrace a transformation that can truly change everything. Think about it for a moment. How many times has the universe whispered to you through delays, coincidences, strange encounters, or even sudden endings? Those weren't accidents. Those were previews of the storm and the miracle that now approach. September 27th is the day those whispers become undeniable shouts. The universe will place 3 signs directly in your path, clear, unmissable signals, but only if you are alert enough to recognize them. The first will arrive like a disturbance in the ordinary, a sudden silence that shakes your routine. The second will carry a shadow from the past, testing your strength and boundaries. And the third, the most dangerous, yet the most powerful, will present itself as a blazing doorway of opportunity, daring you to step forward into the unknown. Capricorn, make no mistake, these are not coincidences. These are deliberate markers designed to guide you toward your higher destiny, or trap you if you ignore them. So, as you listen today, I need you to stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I am going to reveal these 3 signs one by one, so you'll know exactly what to look for when September 27th arrives. This is your wake-up call, your crossroads, your chance to break free from the old and claim the life you were meant to live. The question is, will you recognize the signs in time, or will you let them pass by unnoticed while your miracle slips through your fingers? The first shocking sign comes in silence. Around September 27th, Capricorn, you may suddenly feel an unusual pause, like time itself slows down, like the flow of your everyday life is mysteriously interrupted. A phone call you were expecting never comes, a message stays unread, an opportunity you were certain about suddenly freezes in place, or maybe a person who usually speaks with you often goes completely quiet. Now here's the important part. Don't mistake this silence for emptiness. Don't rush to think it's rejection or loss. This silence is a divine signal. It is the universe's way of testing your patience, pulling you out of your comfort zone and preparing you for what's next. Capricorn, you thrive on structure. You like plans, progress, and results. But when silence appears, you feel unsettled. It feels like something has gone wrong. Yet, in truth, this disruption is not random. It is deliberate. It is a cosmic signal that your path is being rearranged behind the scenes. Think of it like the pause before a storm or the quiet before a big performance. The world may seem still, but in reality, everything is shifting, aligning, and preparing for your breakthrough. On September 27th, you may feel restless in this silence. Your mind may begin to question itself. Why isn't this happening? Why am I not hearing back? Did I do something wrong? But here's where you need to understand the deeper truth. What feels like a closed door is often the universe guiding you away from the wrong hallway and pointing you toward the right one. This silence is a reset button. It clears away distractions. It removes people and opportunities that are not aligned with your higher purpose. And while you might interpret it as a loss, the reality is that it's a repositioning for something greater. But here's the twist. What feels like loss in this silence is actually the foundation for gain. The universe is saying, Wait, hold, trust, because what's coming is far bigger than what you thought you lost. Capricorn, silence is a strange teacher. It doesn't explain itself. It doesn't comfort you with answers. Instead, it forces you to listen to the subtle signs, the repeating numbers, the dreams that stick in your mind, the sudden intuition that tells you to hold on just a little longer. So when this silence arrives around September 27th, do not panic, do not chase, do not force. Instead, breathe, observe, trust that the universe is pulling invisible strings in your favor. Because here's the truth, silence is not the absence of movement, it is the preparation of destiny. And when the silence finally breaks, you will see why everything paused in the first place. The delay was not denial, it was divine alignment. Fatigue. You may feel restless in this silence, Capricorn. Your thoughts may start racing, wondering why things aren't moving, why answers aren't arriving, why life suddenly feels like it's standing still. Some of you may even panic, thinking you've missed your chance, or that the universe has forgotten you. But here's the truth. Nothing is lost. This silence is alive. It is full of meaning, full of signs, if you know how to see them. If you lean into the silence instead of fighting it, you'll begin to notice the whispers of the universe. Little patterns will emerge, angel numbers repeating on clocks, license plates, or receipts. Déjà vu moments will flicker through your day as if reality is hinting that you're in the right place at the right time. Symbols will appear in dreams, in conversations, even in random moments that feel far too perfect to be coincidences. Capricorn, September 27th, will not reward impatience. It will not give answers to those who demand them. Instead, it will ask you for something far greater, faith in the unseen. Faith that just because you can't hear movement doesn't mean nothing is happening. Faith that silence itself is proof that the universe is rearranging your destiny behind the curtain. You see, silence is a paradox. It feels empty, yet it is the moment when everything is secretly coming together. It feels like loss, but it's actually a redirection. It feels like abandonment, but in truth, it is protection. And here's the twist. The silence you fear the most may actually be the loudest sign of your miracle. The quiet is not punishment, it is preparation. What feels like a pause is the universe saying, hold still. I'm aligning everything in your favor, Capricorn. If you can embrace the silence without fear, you will be able to hear what others miss. You will recognize the hidden guidance, the invisible hand pushing you toward your breakthrough. And when this silence finally breaks, when the call comes through, when the opportunity reappears, when the person you thought was gone is replaced by someone far better, you will understand. The silence was never empty, it was sacred. It was your sign that something miraculous was on its way. The second cosmic sign doesn't arrive quietly, it comes as a shadow. And on or near September 27th, Capricorn, this shadow will take the form of a person or an energy from your past. It could be an old friend who suddenly reappears with a smile that feels too familiar. It could be an ex-lover who unexpectedly reaches out, stirring memories you thought you had buried. Or it may even be someone who once opposed you, a hidden rival or enemy who shows up in your orbit again. Their presence will not feel random. It will feel charged, intense, uncomfortable, maybe even dangerous. And here's the truth. You'll know immediately in your gut that this moment carries weight. The air around them will feel different, like the universe itself is saying, pay attention, this is not ordinary. But Capricorn, listen closely, this is not really about them, this is about you. The shadow visitor is a mirror, a cosmic test. They are showing up to ask you one question. Will you repeat an old cycle, or will you finally break free? Think about it. Every time you've let certain people or patterns back into your life, you've paid a heavy price. Your peace, your energy, sometimes even your progress. And now, September 27 brings you a test wrapped in the form of the past. If you fall back into the old story, you risk stepping into the same trap again. But if you stand tall, set your boundaries, and refuse to be pulled into the shadow, you break the cycle once and for all. That is when the universe knows you're ready for the next level. Capricorn, the shadow visitor isn't here to destroy you. They're here to reveal you, to reveal how far you've come, how strong you've become, and how ready you are to step into a new chapter without dragging the past behind you. So when this shadow appears, don't run, don't fear, but also don't fall for the illusion. See it for what it is, a test of your strength, a final check before the breakthrough. Because if you can pass this test, you prove to the universe that you're ready for the miracle that comes after. When the shadow appears, Capricorn, you'll feel it deep in your spirit. The energy will shift. A heaviness may creep in. The universe will whisper to you, don't fall back, don't repeat, don't be tricked by old masks. Because here's the danger. Sometimes shadows return wearing a disguise. They look familiar, but they're not the same as before. They may appear kinder, softer, changed. But the question is, are they really different? Or are they just another mask designed to pull you back into an old cycle? Capricorn, you have to sharpen your vision on September 27th. Not everything that looks safe is safe. Not every voice that sounds comforting is genuine. This is a time to trust your gut above all else. Your intuition will tell you who is real and who is a test. But here's the twist. Sometimes the shadow doesn't arrive as a person at all. Sometimes it shows up inside of you. It's your own fear, your own doubt, your own inner critic rising up to pull you backward. That voice in your head saying, "You can't do it. You're not ready. Stay where you are." That inner hesitation, that is the shadow in disguise. And here's the truth. If you can face it, if you can stare down the fear instead of running from it, your destiny shifts instantly. The shadow is not here to destroy you. It's here to reveal your strength. It's the final gatekeeper, making sure you're ready for the blessings waiting just beyond. Capricorn, when September 27th arrives, don't let fear trick you into shrinking. Don't let doubt pull you into silence. Don't let old patterns sneak their way back in. Recognize the shadow for what it is, a test, a mirror, a challenge. Because if you stand firm, if you refuse to be pulled backward, you send a message to the universe. I'm ready. I've learned. I won't repeat the past. And when you pass that test, everything changes. The doors that seemed locked will swing open. The opportunities that felt delayed will accelerate, and the miracle you've been waiting for will finally begin to take shape. The third cosmic sign, Capricorn, is the most powerful and the most dangerous. It doesn't arrive quietly. It arrives suddenly, like a spark igniting in the dark. On or near September 27th, you may notice an unexpected opportunity appearing in your path. It could be a sudden offer that feels almost too perfect, a strange invitation that pulls you out of your comfort zone, or even a financial chance that feels bigger than anything you've experienced before. Whatever form it takes, it won't feel small. It will feel bold, fiery, and impossible to ignore. This is what I call the doorway of fire. And here's the truth. If you step through it, everything changes. Your life takes a sharp turn into new territory. A path you didn't plan, but one the universe designed. But Capricorn, you must understand this. Fire has two sides. Fire can warm you, guide you, and light your way. But it can also burn, consume, and test your limits. That's why this doorway requires courage. It demands that you leave behind the safety of the familiar. It asks, will you risk comfort for transformation? And make no mistake, the doorway of fire doesn't wait forever. it doesn't stay open long. It appears, it blazes brightly, and then it fades. If you hesitate too long, if you let fear chain you down, you may miss the chance entirely. But if you trust yourself, if you gather your courage and step boldly into the unknown, you'll discover that this doorway doesn't destroy you. It forges you. It burns away the old limits, the doubts, the fears, and it leaves behind a stronger, sharper, truer version of yourself. Capricorn, this is the moment where destiny asks for action. The universe has tested you with silence. It has tested you with shadows. And now it says, are you ready to leap into the fire of transformation? The risk is real, but so is the reward. And if you walk through the flames with faith, you won't be burned, you'll be reborn. Capricorn, this is your turning point. This is the moment where the universe places the question directly in your hands. Do you stay where it's safe, or do you leap into the unknown? On September 27th, the choice will not be hidden. It will stare you in the face. You'll feel it deep in your spirit. If you say yes, if you take the leap, you align with miracles that are already waiting for you. But if you hesitate, if you let fear anchor you to comfort, you may miss the moment forever. The doorway of fire doesn't stay open long. And here's where it gets even more powerful. But here's the twist. The fire doesn't just appear outside of you. It ignites within you. You'll feel it as restlessness, as boldness, as a sudden refusal to stay small. Maybe you'll wake up that morning and say, I can't keep living like this. I need more. I deserve more. That's not just frustration, that's the fire. This inner flame will push you to speak up when you'd normally stay quiet, to take a risk when you'd usually overthink, to move forward when everything in you wants to hold back. And Capricorn, that's the key. The fire inside you is the doorway. The universe won't simply hand you a miracle. It will give you the courage, the drive, the inner spark to create it. That is your test. Will you honor the fire, or will you smother it with fear? Remember, miracles aren't passive. They are born when you align your action with divine timing. September 27th is that timing. The fire within you is the tool. The leap is the act of faith. And if you embrace it, you'll discover that the fire was never meant to burn you down. It was meant to burn away everything that was holding you back. It clears the path. It sharpens your vision. It transforms hesitation into momentum. Capricorn, this is not the time to stay small. This is the time to let the fire within you push you through the doorway of transformation. Now let's connect the dots, Capricorn. The silent disruption, the shadow visitor, the doorway of fire. These are not random events, not scattered signs that mean nothing. They are deliberate stages of your transformation. They are the steps in a sequence written into your soul's contract long before you even knew to look for them. First comes the silence. Why? Because silence clears space. Imagine trying to plant a new tree in soil that's already full of weeds. It won't grow. The universe knows this. So it begins by removing what doesn't belong. That delay you hate, that pause you can't stand, it's not punishment, it's preparation. The silence is the pruning of your life, cutting away what would block your miracle. Second comes the shadow. Once the silence has cleared the ground, the test arrives. The shadow visitor shows up, not to punish you, but to challenge you, to ask, have you really learned? Have you grown enough to refuse the old cycles? The shadow is a mirror, reflecting back the fears, doubts, or toxic patterns you've carried for too long. If you recognize it and rise above it, you prove that you are ready for something greater. And finally, the third stage, the most dangerous, but also the most rewarding, the doorway of fire. This is the leap. The moment when the universe says, now that the old has been cleared, now that the shadows have been faced, are you ready to step into something entirely new? The fire doorway does not open for everyone, Capricorn. It opens for those who pass the earlier tests, and once you see it, you'll feel it burn in your soul. Capricorn, do you see the pattern now? Silence, shadow, fire. It's a sacred sequence. Each one builds on the other, leading you exactly where you're meant to be. This is why September 27th is not just a date. It's the day your soul contract shifts. It's the moment where the pages of your story turn, where a new chapter begins. You may think you're simply living out another ordinary day, but the truth is, the universe has been aligning this moment for months, maybe even years. The silent disruption clears away what you don't need. The shadow visitor ensures you don't carry the past with you, and the doorway of fire gives you the chance to step into your future. Capricorn, destiny isn't something that happens to you, it's something you step into. And September 27th is the day the universe is preparing you to do exactly that. You may be asking yourself right now, why September 27? Why does this date carry such weight, such intensity? Capricorn, it's because the stars themselves are forming a rare alignment, one that pushes you directly into a crossroads. On this day, the universe isn't just whispering, it's standing right in front of you, holding open two doors. One door leads back to the old chapter, the safe routines, the familiar patterns, the cycle you've already lived through before. The other door opens into something unknown, bigger, scarier, but far more rewarding. Here's what makes this moment so powerful. The universe will not drag you through that doorway. It will not shove you into destiny. It gives you the signs, it lights the path, it places synchronicities and whispers in front of you. But in the end, Capricorn, the choice is yours. And here's the twist most people miss. If you ignore this alignment, life may continue, but it will feel heavier, slower, like walking with weights tied to your feet. But if you act, if you recognize the signs and step boldly into the fire, you align with miracles that were always meant for you. This is not about luck. This is about timing, courage, and readiness. September 27th is not a date you can sleepwalk through. It's a cosmic promise disguised as a choice. The universe is saying, Capricorn, do you want to repeat the old story? Or are you ready to open the new one? And make no mistake, this isn't just about one day. This is about the ripple effect. The decisions you make on September 27th will echo for weeks, months, even years. One bold step could shift your career, your relationships, your finances, your very sense of self. Capricorn, destiny is knocking. The silence, the shadow, the fire, all of it has been leading here. September 27th is your chance to prove to the universe that you are ready. Ready to let go of fear. Ready to embrace transformation. Ready to claim the life that has been waiting for you all along. The universe has given you the signs. Now the question is, will you act? So Capricorn, before we close today, I want you to really pause and feel this. This isn't just another horoscope, and it's not just a fleeting prediction. September 27th is a cosmic checkpoint, a crossroads in your life, and the universe is speaking directly to you. Now I want to ask you, which of these three shocking signs are you already feeling in your life? The silent disruption, that pause in your daily rhythm, that unusual stillness that shakes your plans, that silence which actually holds the first whisper of your miracle. Are you noticing it? Are you leaning into it? Or are you trying to fill it with noise, distractions, and false certainty? The shadow visitor, the figure from your past, the energy that tests your courage, the challenge that asks you, will you repeat old cycles, or will you finally break free? Have you felt their presence creeping back into your life, nudging you to face your fears and your doubts? The doorway of fire, that blazing, transformative opportunity demanding action, daring you to step out of comfort and into growth. Are you sensing it? That restlessness inside, that spark that refuses to stay small, that inner fire begging you to leap. Capricorn, I want you to comment below and share your experience. Which sign is already whispering to your soul? Don't just scroll past this. Share it, speak it, make it real. Because the act of acknowledging the signs gives them power. It aligns you with the energy that's been waiting for you. And here's something even more powerful. If you are ready to claim your miracle on September 27th, type "I'm ready" in the comments. Let the universe and everyone watching know that you are stepping forward with courage, that you are prepared to meet your destiny, that you are no longer waiting for life to happen to you. You are claiming it. Capricorn, the universe is watching, your soul is listening, your destiny is waiting. The silent disruption, the shadow visitor and the doorway of fire are here for you, but only if you see them, feel them, and act. So don't ignore the signs. Don't let hesitation steal this moment from you. Speak your truth, embrace the fire, and step into the life that's calling you. Your miracle is closer than you think, but it begins with one choice, yours.